So, hi, I'm Erica Duecy. I run the Business of Drinks podcast and also have a marketing, branding, and data and insights sort of consultancy where I help brands. So to engage younger consumers, let's think a little bit about what spirits brands are doing that is actually working, right? So I think about this as the 5 Ps. So product, people, programs, platforms, and payments. Thinking about products, right? Again, that point that it's crucial to realize that younger consumers don't classify themselves just in one category, like a wine drinker or a beer drinker, but they're really drinking across categories. And you see a lot of companies getting very smart about this. So spirits brands are now marketing and making and marketing RTDs. Beer companies are moving into NA cocktails. Wine companies are doing spritzes. Like, everyone is starting to realize, hey, if we don't have an RTD or a single serve format, we may be leaving money on the table. All right, looking at people. Gen Z really values diversity. And this is age, race, gender. And part of it is seeing people who look like themselves enjoying the brands that they want to support, right? So here we've got a very fun movie trailer style ad starring Nora Vasconcelos, who is a pro skateboarder. She has 350,000 followers, partnered up with June Shine, and she is, this ad is like really fun if you haven't seen it. Also, we have White Claw on the left there. They partnered with a festival wear and streetwear brand called Modern Alien to make the brand really start to be beyond the CPG category into fashion, right? And just this one post has more than 1,200 comments of people saying, like, how and where can I get that coat? And then we have another influencer over here. This is Mom Water, one of these non-carbonated flavored waters. And, you know, despite the name Mom Water, and they have a tequila flavored water called Dad Water, the audience for this is sororities, fraternities, younger audiences. I recently talked to the founders of this company, and they are working heavily with influencers and have reached over 800,000 cases. This year, they're expecting 800,000 cases, and that's just in a couple years. All right, so what else do we know about Gen Zs? Well, in the survey that I commissioned, we know that Gen Zs trust people on social media over a lot of experts, right? So the number one ways that they find out about new brands is either from friends and family or from social media. So you really need to be on these channels where, for example, they're searching on Instagram and TikTok over Google, right? So the behavior of how you find products is also changing. All right. And looking at programs. So, you know, the question is, are you leveraging your digital and physical spaces most effectively for younger consumers? So what's working here? So Jinx Drink on the left, that is a brand of alcohol punches, and they are getting a huge amount of festival traction. So this is a brand where you can like tuck it in your back jeans pocket and run around festivals, and it's 6.5% alcohol, starting to become super popular on the festival circuit. Then we have in the middle Terramana's Holiday House in NYC. This was a very, we all talk about experiential marketing. They really nailed this experiential activation, which was a pop-up that lasted for the entire holiday season, which had tastings and music and all sorts of, fun things that you could do at the house. And lastly, we've got Buzzballs, which is very focused on lifestyle. They're doing everything from like creating Buzzballs Mother's Day bouquets to, having like piles of Buzzballs on floaties in the pool. And they also do a lot of gamification and are finding this to be very attractive to Gen Z audiences. So they're doing like March Madness flavor brackets and augmented reality games where you can like win sunglasses or grills. So these types of campaigns, I think they're all unified by this idea of like, we are out in the real world and we're doing experiences. thinking about the platforms. So the platforms that younger audiences are on is really visually oriented. We've got Instagram Reels, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. And for brands, if you're nervous about using some of these platforms like TikTok because of its younger audiences, the thing to do really is to work with influencers. So here we've got the Moody Foodie on TikTok making a Tito's mojito. We've got the food influencer My Culinary Adventures pairing Topo Chico, Aguas Frescas with different types of barbecue. And then we've got Patron with a quick hit video on how tequila is made on YouTube. And I put that one here particularly because, one thing that we're definitely seeing with younger consumers is if you think about the spectrum of like education and vacation, younger consumers, like they want the education enough to know like that your brand is authentic and what it's about, but really push that education over to the vacation side where it's like experiential learning. It's fun. No one's going to be interested in an hour-long, presentation of like the deep dives of every working part of the distillery. But what they do want to know is enough so that they have sound bites and like fun anecdotes to share with their friends. All right. And then lastly, thinking about payments. So for payments, we talked about younger audiences finding products via social media platforms where purchase is just a couple of clicks. And for brands that are doing some sort of DTC or modified DTC, this is a Instagram store for Grey Goose, and it's powered by Thirsty. And so this type of activation, it's very easy. It's just a couple of clicks to check out or to arrange delivery from one of these providers. And then on the other side, we have a very quick express checkout. And this is something that, is super crucial. Like I would say if you're working to sell your products online at all, you need to be really vigilant about how many clicks is it. There was one company I worked with last year where we reduced their clicks to purchase from 17 clicks down to 4 clicks, right? So like that type of friction is not going to work for younger audiences. So, if you do run any sort of e-commerce or DTC, definitely make sure that, check those abandoned shopping cart stats and try to understand, is there something that we can optimize here? So in short, I think there are a lot of opportunities to engage the Gen Z audiences, but it's really recognizing that what worked for prior generations does not work for this younger generation. So they have different tastes, different priorities, different perspectives, different expectations, and all of those need to be taken into account as you're thinking about how to engage with them.